Toronto.
Hello, and once again, welcome into the pit. I'm Mike. That's Jason, and it's 2022, so we should give our 2021 top albums.
Or at least the amount of albums we could go through without giving up our entire lives and listening to all things metal this year.
Okay, some albums we didn't hate last year. How about that?
Fair enough. I guess that's a good way of putting it.
All right, I'll defer to you first.
Well,
And,
I went through
bounce
as
back and
many as I can, and there's even certain things like there's a band called Angelus Apartrida. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but this list told me to check them out. It was actually a good sound. I liked the voice, picked up nicely, and I love the drum combo on the one song I listened to. I think I'm going to give them more of a chance once I figure out how to say their name properly.
Could be never.
Well, that's possible.
There's
I
so
really
many
suck with these.
unpronounceable bands too.
Well, it was just a neat one. Then I went into slightly more ones like KK Priests, Sermon of the Sinner, catchy music, great metal sound. The voice was a little bit too much for me, but so is Judas Priest's after a while. So I don't really want to knock it. You know what I mean? Just I can only take that high-pitched voice for so many songs before I need to growl it out, I guess. We got a Nervosa guided by Evil. Trying too hard to sound like Arch Enemy, in my opinion. So I kind of gave up on that. I figure if I want to listen to Arch Enemy, I just go listen to Arch Enemy. Which also, I realized on our last time we talked about was concerts. I never even mentioned that when I saw Arch Enemy. They were great. She was scary.
Wow.
UDO. Metal Never Dies. It's got a motorheadish kind of voice, which I thought
Never
you
heard
might
of that
like.
one.
Yeah, well, it's not Motorhead, but just that style of that growly, more almost rock than metal voice. Someone described it as a metal AC/DC. I concurred for sure. Really easy to listen to, and I think I'm going to check out more of them. Hellstar, a band I've never even heard of, reminds me a little bit of Halloween. And I got halfway through that album before I had to give up due to timing, not because of lack of interest. So going to give them a little bit of a thing. Fear Factory. I always think that band has so much potential with their musical talent in both their voices. I think that's two different voices. Never could tell, but
I've never been into them.
They have so much possible something there. I can't get into them, but I can see. I bet they have songs I like that I'm missing. That's what I think. Just from listening to this album. At the Gates, I think that was a band you once recommended to me.
Yeah.
Oh God, did that album suck? I couldn't even get through more than 2 songs before okay, yeah, you got to shut up. However, there was a reason this time. They did not have a good recording. Everything was so distorted that they couldn't possibly be that distorted on purpose. And if they are, they really got to talk to a sound manager or something.
Yeah, I listened to that record and didn't really.
I can see why people would like them, but just that one specific album, like something went wrong in the recording. That's all I know. Oh, you're gonna like this Mastodon. I loved Hushed and Grim.
Really?
Well, there was one song specifically called "The Beast," and it almost sounded like an Aussie song, including the voice, which freaked me right out by them. I've seen them live. Never once did I ever think Aussie when I heard Mastodon. Not even once. Both live and their albums that I've listened.
I'm gonna say I didn't. It's meh.
Oh, it is, but that song, "The Beast," because of my personal
love of Ozzy. I think their last 2, 3 have kind of been eh.
I can see that.
They're really going more prog, and I like the old Leviathan and Crack the Sky stuff a bit more.
And that's the stuff I liked more live. So maybe they're just putting on stuff that I can listen to record. I'm going to check out a little more of them. Like I said, my love of Ozzy got me to kind of favor them a tiny bit. I know it's weird with saying Mastodon and Ozzy in the same thing. But...
yeah, I thought it was kind of boring.
Oh, and here's a funny one. Float Sam and Jet Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always ignored them because of their stupid name. I listened to Brace for Impact on their new album, Blood in the Water. I really like that song. But I'm not getting over that name, so I'm not listening to any more of them. I don't care how much I like them. They should have chosen a different name. I don't know what's wrong with them, but that's not a metal name, and it's not going to ever be a metal name. Go to hell, Float Sam. Go to hell, Jet Sam. I don't know if that's 2 people, a band. I don't know what it is, but what a stupid name. If they were a pop band from the 80s, I would have loved them, but they're not, so screw them. Too
All
bad,
right
because
then.
that was a great song. But that's the end of my thing. Oh, and I even listened to the new Ministry. I'm almost finishing up with bands I know. Ministry, exactly what you'd expect from them. You got your techno metal, your industrial, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, again, not my thing.
No, it may not be your thing, but they still are the best at what they do, from what I hear, anyways. So I'll give them that. Iron Maiden, this is the one that kills me. Obviously, I'm one of the biggest Maiden heads out there, but I can't finish their new album. I've now tried 3 times. Each time
It's
I'm like,
so
oh,
long.
it's like elevator Maiden music. Yes, it's Maiden. Yes, it sounds good, but I expect spectacular from them, and I didn't get spectacular.
It
Although the cover
doesn't
art was
need to
really
be
cool.
that long.
No,
But like, you have a Japanese theme of your name, and then it's kind of sounds southern. It's very
I
odd.
never even thought of that one. That's a fun way to put it.
It's odd and long for me too. Yeah, I didn't make it through it either. So.
I'm gonna try listening to the rest of it because they're Maiden and all, and I guess it just I feel the need, but I'm gonna go on. Except Too Mean to Die. Accept's never been one of the top bands for me, but I'll give them credit. They always play music that I like. Maybe not love, maybe not top of the charts, but they always make music I like.
Yeah, it's not a bad record.
So
It does what you want it to do.
have you heard all of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I only got halfway through, and the first 3 songs I was very impressed by. Oh, they did. There was another sound problem though. His voice wasn't coming through. It was almost drowned out by the music, which is kind of problemsome because, believe it or not, I actually like Accept's voice. And yeah, I had trouble hearing him at some points. I even tried it on a different sound system, thinking it was my headphones or something, but no, same thing. So that was the one complaint, is they drowned out their own voice. It's like seeing a live concert when that happens. So, and the last one on my list is my album of the year, Exodus, Persona non Grata. I've listened to it once, and I'm going to probably listen to it a few more times. And I am biased. I am a thrash metal head. And so Exodus is always going to rule, especially since I found out he had joined Slayer and came back. I really know nothing. I just know music and I know how to listen to it.
Yeah, old Gary Holt, you can rely on him.
And the
it's on
four
my
I
list
didn't even
too.
bother looking up. The last of I'm going to say is I didn't even bother listening to Dream Theater. I've seen them so many times. I keep trying to try them. They suck. Rob Zombie, that guy's too crazy now for my taste. He has
Okay, I have
stuff,
a
but
question. I feel like there's an omission from your list, a large omission.
Cannibal Corpse or Cradle of Filth, because I'm not listening to either of them either anymore.
Nope. And my question is, where's Testament?
Their album came out the year before. It would be top of my list. There came out.
Didn't it come out last year?
No, 2020. I checked that one.
It's a 2020 record?
Yeah.
Really?
And I think it was right at the end of 2020.
Okay, that's why maybe I thought it was.
Well, if you're
Okay.
double checking now, check
I'm
it.
double checking.
Yeah, do it. But I actually, that was the first thing I looked for, of course. Obviously,
I
Testament,
thought so.
the top of all my lists. Although, to
Right?
be fair, that album was not one of their best albums, but they don't have to be because they're
Oh, you got me. It's 2020.
Yep. Hey, look at that. First time I ever quoted something right. Woohoo.
Yeah. I figured it was. Oh, man, I lost a whole year.
That's okay.
I guess it was late last year, right?
In all of
Yeah.
our conversations, this is the first time I've ever proved you wrong. Yay, for
Well,
me.
that's not true.
Well, maybe not, but for the most part, I get a lot of
But-
things wrong.
Yeah, I thought that one was. It's older than I thought. Huh.
Yeah. It wasn't a
But it is quite
spectacular
good.
album, but yeah, I enjoyed
I
it.
like
as
it.
I enjoy all their stuff. Anytime you put those musicians together, you're going to have at least an amazing jam, if nothing else. Sadly, though, they're almost like the way Metallica is. I have them on a pedestal. I've made it on a pedestal. If they're not producing the greatest of the great, I'm confused.
Yeah. Well, we all have our pedestals.
Yeah.
How much you can do.
Do you know who
And
actually
if you like it, you like it.
Do you know who actually got onto pedestal by their later albums? And then I went back and listened to them. Overkill. They keep coming out with songs that I like
I
more than
love
the previous
Overkill.
songs. I never loved them so much until I started listening to them. And then every year or three, they come out with another album. I'm like, damn, that's a good song on that album. Damn, that's another good song. That's a weird band for me because, yeah, I went in reverse. And then
Yeah,
I
I'm
went
like
back
they're
and
on the
listened to it.
periphery for me of like it's thrashy, it's what it is.
His
Yeah,
voice
it's not
has to
bad.
grow on you or you're not going to like him, though, because he's got a weird voice.
Well, similar to Exodus now with Sousa. It's a cheesy voice.
Yeah.
There's nothing much
Yeah,
to
except,
it.
come on, you got to give Exodus a little credit. They're not quite as cheesy as Overkill.
I would say that, not as cheesy. A little more cutting. But
Isn't it
it's,
sad what I say about bands I love? Then again, you hear me talking about bands I hate. I want to beat on them.
Well,
So.
yeah, as long as we're not beating anyone, I'm taking that as you like them more.
No, even like the worst of what I heard so far, like I said, the worst of what I heard was probably At the Gates. And yeah, the Nervosa, I don't know. Like I said, I might as well listen to Arch Enemy at that point.
Okay, that's
my
top
year
10.
in metal.
You're in metal. Okay, I have individual pictures, so I'll put them up as we go. Okay, first one I'm gonna do is gonna be. Well, I don't even have a picture for this one, so it's no picture on the first one. It's not technically metal. You're gonna find a couple non-metal things on my list that are metal.
I'm very confused to what we're even talking about. I almost
so,
didn't put Ministry on there.
Behemoth, the dude from Behemoth, has a little side project called Me and That Man, and it's like kind of dark folk, and he has all kinds of metal guests on this latest record, which is called it's New Man, New Songs, Same Shit, Volume 2. It's the third record he's done as Me and That Man. Gary Holt's on it. Randy Bly from Lamb of God is on it. Lots of different guests, and it's kind of cool. It's a cool record that I really like.
What's the name
and
of the
I really
record
like
again?
their stuff. New Man, New Songs, Same Shit, Volume 2.
Yeah, that's why I had to make you say that again.
Me and That Man. I love Me and That Man. It's a great name. Okay, so that's the first one. It's not really metal, but that's one I really like.
Well, you had Colt and Lamb of God dude on there, so we'll
yeah. There's some metal on there, and Nurgle from Nurgle or whatever his name is from Behemoth. It's his thing. Okay, so here we go. Insomnium. Have you ever heard of Insomnium?
Actually, I have, but I'm not sure if I've even
heard Argent
them,
Moon. It's an EP they released, Argent Moon, and it's like moody melodic death metal that I'm kind of getting into.
Why does that sound way too much like emo music to me?
It I wouldn't say that necessarily. It's not really emo to me. It's like
there's I'm going by your description.
There's some like eerie sort of calmness at the same time as these like crushing riffs, and I quite like Insomnium. I've come around on them in the last year or two. So Argent Moon, that's my first one or second one. I guess that's number 9. And then number 8, this is an interesting one. So Scion, which is a band, kind of.
Hoping.
Yeah. So there's this internet dude, Jared Dines. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He plays guitar on YouTube.
You know that.
Okay, so he's like a YouTuber, really, and he started this band with Howard Jones, ex Killswitch Engage, and now like the Torch. So they have this band called Scion, and it's quite good. Worth checking out. Crunchy, heavy riffs, and Jones's vocals are just like soaring, and he's one of the best singers in metal. I really like him.
Wow, that's a pretty bold statement there for a band called Scion.
Yeah, so as like they released a song, I feel like a long time ago, and finally the album came out like a couple months ago, and I've been listening to it. It's pretty good. So Scion. If you want something that's like crunchy and heavy, it's a good one. And then we go, okay, here's one that even surprised myself. That I liked. Every Time I Die.
You know, that was on the list of songs to check out from what I was reading, but it sounded like something that my emo daughter would listen to.
Right? You think
so
that?
I just skipped over it because of their name.
Yeah. The album's called Radical. Never been a fan before. I listened to this thing top to bottom.
Wow.
And it is quite entertaining. Like my bar of like wanting to listen to it again, it passed it. It totally did. I was like in.
Seriously, they sound like a band that I'd want to throw in the locker.
I agree, but not the case. There's a particular song. What was it called? It's called Planet Shit. Is quite good. Planet Shit.
I'll give them a listen.
Give it a chance.
I'm so skeptical.
I was skeptical too, but it was on a lot of these other lists, and I was like, okay, let's see.
No,
And
I
I
know, and
gave
I
it a
saw
go.
that on the list too. I just
I
thought that
gave it a go.
the list
And
might
I
have been
was like,
influenced by teenage girls. I don't know.
and I was thinking that myself, and then I listened to it. That being said, have I listened to any other Every Time I Die? No. And will I? Probably not.
No, fair enough.
Not that interested. Next one. One of can see the skull bell.
I can't see shit.
So one of my favorite names of any band ever is Hooded Menace. And this is the new Hooded Menace record called the Tritonius Bell. Tritonus Bell? I don't know. Tritonius, there's 9 in it.
I assume they're on drugs. Yes, go on.
So it's one of those bands that's kind of just like one guy and then a couple of sort of session musicians that
Ministry, Lenny Kravitz, anyone Jimmy
yeah,
Page
it's like there's
with?
one guy and he's the main guy. It's doom deathy, sort of part doom, part death, as a lot of their records are.
You don't mean the band Doom and Death?
No, the styles.
Oh, okay.
Metal, death metal, sort of a combo.
Oh, okay.
Very riffy. It's kind of a poppy version of Hooded Menace, and I think it's really fun record.
Well, I do like poppy metal sometimes. Otherwise, I wouldn't like Amon Roth.
Yeah, I feel like it's in there. The guy from Banger TV, Sam Dunn's channel, one of his hosts, it's his favorite band, and he always hypes them up. Blaine on Banger TV really loves them. But yeah, what are the great names in all of metal? And it's not bad. Into my top 5. So number 5, we have. Okay, so this is an interesting story. This is a band called Misfire, and a cool album cover. And this record is called "Sympathy for the Ignorant," and I listened to it in the summer. It just was like popped up on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, this is thrashy. This is very Power Trip." It was very much sounded like Power Trip to me, riffy, fast, and a little hardcore action. And then it disappeared. It disappeared off of Spotify. It disappeared off of YouTube. It disappeared off of being able to order it from their website. You can only now buy just like shirts.
What?
And I can't find it anywhere. And I can't find out why.
What's the name of the band, or is it the
Misfire.
whole band? Is it the whole band or just the album?
But this is their first record, their first album, and it's gone.
MISSFIRE?
No, just one S.
I should have known that.
And it's gone. And I don't know why. I can't find anything anywhere.
Misfire remastered 2011. No, that's a Queen song.
Not it. Sympathy for the Ignorant is the name of the record. And I figured some kind of record label thing or rights thing, and they've taken it down. I'm not sure. But I really, really liked it. Just
There's
like
a band called Misfire
crunchy.
that had a song called Fractured this year.
That could be them.
Oh, yep. I found that same picture. You can find them on Prime. I was just curious when you said all those things were taken down. I've been listening to Prime, and Prime had everything I looked for.
Prime Music.
Yeah, Prime Music is what I just went on their app right now, typed it in just to see. And
because there's like one song or something on YouTube Live, and Spotify has the thing for it, but then all the songs are blanked out and it's gone.
Well, Symphony for I can't speak. Sympathy for the Ignorant. Apparently, they took down all the songs but Fractured.
Okay, so there's only one. Like, it's weird, right? I don't know.
That is weird because it shows the album. It shows like it should have a list of songs, but only one song pops up. Huh? Yeah. Okay, well,
can't find it anywhere.
I've never seen anything like that.
I keep trying to figure it out, and there's nothing. But it's a good record if it ever comes back into the world.
Makes you regret not recording it now.
Right. I would have put it higher if I could have re-listened to it, but it was quite good.
Well, definitely made for an interesting look up there, but yeah. I got nothing.
Okay, next one. Again, I didn't know I liked so much death metal, but I guess I do.
I could have told you
Carcass,
that by what you've already told me you liked. I could have
but
told you
I
like death
didn't
metal.
think I liked that much death metal.
No, but
Anyway,
you do.
but I do.
I don't.
Carcass, Torn Arteries. You got the heart made of all the
Hey, that was the album that made my list of I'm not even going to bother listening to.
Oh, it's very good.
It's
It's like toe tapping death metal. It's very good.
Really?
I recommend it.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll like it.
Well, no, I do like
but
some death metal. It's just very few and far between for me because it's hard to have
and I
catchy.
used to
It's hard
say
to
that,
have
but now
catchy
I've gotten
death
into
metal.
more. Right? But
Once again, I'll go
and
back
I
to
would say
Amon
also,
Ra, catchy death metal.
and I would also say like in that category is like Entombed would be catchy death metal as well. Like,
Yeah, do you know what? I agree. For a few of their songs, that's one of the
that like death and roll kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
If I find
yeah,
myself singing
I was
along to it.
surprised how much I liked Carcass's Torn Arteries.
It was mostly the voice
weirdly
of
catchy.
Carcass that I didn't really like.
Yeah, musically, I think it's quite.
But you're
it's
going to
like
see that a
second to
lot
none.
of these bands, I figured if I can sing as well as them, they're not very good because I'm not very good.
Well,
One
and,
day
and
I'll have
like some bands, you got to get over the vocals of like I don't like that because of the vocals, but then you start listening to it and you're like,
no,
oh,
but I don't like my own vocals.
well, you should not be singing.
Neither should they.
Well, they are, and they make some money at it.
Good for them.
Yes, I am all for anyone that can make money in music. Good for you. Okay. Next one. There it is.
That looked
It's
pretty
all
cool.
like is my head.
Yeah, say it looks like you're part of that.
Yeah. Gojira Fortitude.
Can you say that again in English?
No, because it's Japanese. Except they're French. They're French with a Japanese name.
Very
Gojira, new record, Fortitude. It's
I've actually no, I've listened to some of their music
some
before. I'm
Gojira,
just giving
right?
you a hard time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love Gojira, but I think this record is really good. It's kind of varied. It's not all the same. Like, a lot of bands where every song is the same. You know that these songs are different and very heavy. Like their bass is like up front in a lot of their songs. Great drummer. Again, you might not love the vocals, but I kind of like them on this record.
No, it's as usual. It's the vocals that got me to stop listening to them too much.
Yeah, Fortitude. Amazonia is a good song, and Born for This, or Born for One Thing, not Born for This, Born for One Thing. All good stuff. Quite a good record. I found myself listening to it a couple times and being like,
interesting.
I do like.
I was not expecting them on your list. That's for sure.
I wasn't either. They made their way on.
See, it's coming down to that. You're leaning towards the death metal side of the universe.
And thrashing it up for me too. Exodus. It's a
really
good record. Persona non grata. It's good.
I was not expecting you to agree with me on that album.
No, it's good. I quite like it. Exodus is great. They're always great.
Well, they are always great, but a lot of their albums over the last decade or so kind of was almost for me under the elevator metal music. It was okay. It was just nothing that stood out or popped out at me.
I think Atrocity Exhibition, the first one, is really good. Temple of the Damned and Shovelheaded Kill Machine are both amazing.
Temple of the Damned, yes. I don't know the other one.
The one after, follow up to Temple of the Damned, Shovelheaded Kill Machine has 44 magnum opus.
Oh, yes, really yes, of course. Never mind. Yeah, I just didn't know the album name.
Record.
I know
that
song.
Record.
Okay.
Yeah, Shovelheaded Kill Machine.
I thought you meant the name of the
song. Yeah, so that's my like number 2. Now my album of the year is maybe gonna anger you because it's not actually metal.
Oh, come on. Why would it be the album of the year then?
No, he can explain.
Oh, I hope so.
It is an ode to thrash metal by a band that's not really metal. So it's local to us, a band called the Dirty Nil. They play like a dirty kind of punk metal kind of stuff, and their record is called Fuck Art. It's so good. There's a puppy.
Yeah, I don't trust that puppy.
So it's actually a painting of a dog, which is kind of cute.
Just I expected something much worse.
Yeah. So the lead single off this record is called Doom Boy, and it's all about Slayer and listening loud in the back of your mom's van, and it's very chunky. Like they have like chunky riffs on it, and it's an ode to metal, and it is. Even though we're on a metal show here and talking about
that's what I
metal,
was gonna say.
it's not necessarily. I know. I just it stands head and shoulders to me above everything I've listened to this year, and it came out on January 1st, so it counts.
No,
of
I
last
agree.
year.
It came out on the
January 1st, 2021. It is I don't skip songs on this record. There's no filler. Every song is worth the price of admission.
Okay,
It's probably not your thing.
You're gonna have to give me a couple texts on this thing. Hello, my thing is I like rock if it all comes down to it, but
Yeah, I think you would like a couple of the songs. There's a great song called Done with Drugs, but maybe they're not done with me. And Blood Force Concussion is probably the best song on the record. And
at least that sounds borderline metal.
Yeah, and they covered Hit the Lights on their last record. Live, they're really kind of a metal band that plays some punk.
See, you got to stop harassing me about Motley Crue then.
I'm not getting. Motley Crue just sucks. That's the problem.
I don't even understand though. I don't understand what's going on anymore.
There's 2 good Motley Crue songs. I'm sorry.
See, and there's about 40 of them I like. 40.
Oh, it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with liking things that aren't metal. I like lots of things that aren't metal, but I don't like things that suck.
Look, you.
Or that I perceive to suck. Yeah, I'm just that's never going to happen. But the Dirty Nil, keeping it local.
No, I'll give
looking forward to them coming back.
I started as a rocker before a metalhead, so we're good.
Yeah, they're from Dundas, Ontario, near Hamilton. So
is that a real place?
It's an outskirt suburb of Hamilton.
No, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, that's Hamilton has suburbs. Okay. So that's mine. I did have a couple of looking forward to's this year as well. Things that I know are coming out.
Like Alex Skolnick's rap song?
No, I still haven't listened to that, and I'm probably gonna pass.
I understand. I almost wish I could get it out of my head.
Have you ever heard of Earthless?
Once again, speaking English?
Earthless. No? So it's like an instrumental psychedelic kind of metal band.
I don't do those things anymore.
Well, you don't need to be on them to know this is good.
Oh, good.
They're coming out with a record called The Night Parade of 100 Demons, which is again also a Japanese themed thing.
See what Maiden starts it and everyone follows suit.
Yeah, but is good.
But is good.
It's really not a good record.
No, I just
Maiden thing. I don't know why.
I'd say poor Maiden, but I'm not going to feel sorry for one of the greatest bands to walk the planet in my mind.
Yeah. Oh well. So this is the kind of record. It's not the kind of record. It's a record that's going to have 2 songs on it, and one of them's 40 minutes long.
Oh my god!
It's that kind of thing.
Oh.
They released the first song already, which is called Death to the Red Sun, and it's kind of great. So I'm really looking forward to that second song, Earthless. Check it out.
Well, with the death of the Red Sun, we would be Earthless. And once again, I'm starting to see a Superman theme here.
Maybe that's it. And then the other one that I know is coming out in February is Matt Pike's solo record from High on Fire called Pike versus the Automaton.
You really like that band.
I love that band. And Matt Pike is so great. He has a solo record coming out in a month. That's going to be good. And then High on Fire has something hopefully coming out this year. Same with Clutch. So those are my few that I'm looking forward to. Do you have anything you know about that you're looking forward to?
I assume Overkill and Megadeth come out with albums every couple of years. So I'm looking
they're due.
To their stuff.
They didn't last year, so they have to this year.
That's what I assume. No, I don't know. Megadeth, I'm almost as positive as just finished recording one of their albums.
They are.
They had to fire bassists for those weird things and replace them halfway through the album. So I assume all that's going to be over and done with soon. Gone. I'm not going down that road. I just just mentioning it because that's what delayed the album, I think.
Yeah, I believe they are coming out with something
But
this year.
but Megadeth is Megadeth. No matter what albums, almost every album they've ever come out with, I've liked at least one song.
Yeah,
Maybe not like the whole
I
album,
think
but
there's
at least
some
one song.
junk.
Oh,
There's
there's
some
lots
junk
of
albums
junk
for sure.
but it's that one song.
Yeah.
Every album, I'm guaranteed at least something. I like. Even that silly one with 13 and that monkey running around shooting people in their video. That song was so stupid, but it was so catchy. I was like, yeah, I like it.
Yep. You can't. You can rely on them. There's some outfits you can rely on, like your Overkill and Exodus and Megadeth. You can rely on them to be who they are.
And Dave always loves Toronto. I don't know why, but I remember for all those years and years without bands coming here, he was never one of the bands that stopped coming.
And I've never seen them.
That's
They've
so
escaped
weird.
me.
Yeah,
I know. I think it's weird too.
The band I saw the most only because they were the only available ones for years upon years.
I just procrastinated. I just never went because I've always liked Megadeth, and I just never went.
It's just hilarious.
And then I had tickets to go see them, and it keeps getting canceled. They're gonna make it here. It was with Lamb of God. It was gonna be great.
That would have been a great concert. Actually, I had tickets to that too. That was like what
we were going together.
Oh yeah, that explained why. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was gonna they're still doing another leg in the US with In Flames and Trivium as well.
Yeah.
Trivium's record's okay.
Oh no, here's Trivium's new record. I turned it on. I was gonna listen to it gonna listen to it from front to back. The first thing is an intro, fine.
Yeah.
The second thing, I'm a minute and what I think 13 seconds in, and the song hasn't started. So I just turned it off and I went, I don't have this patience, Trivium. I'm not gonna listen to your new album. Go away.
I like a handful of Trivium songs. And that's
I don't mind Trivium. I was looking forward to this new album, but I'm not going 2 minutes into an album without hearing a song. It's just not happening.
Stuck it out more than you, and it's kind of meh. Like, it's okay.
I'm happy you said that because my patience will never let me finish that.
Yeah, just listen to some more Overkill instead.
I always want to hear more Overkill.
Well, is that it for us?
I think it was a good one. And this will actually be, I think, our first one that we're going to release because it's the new album. I'm going to try to get this out as soon as possible. So a lot of what we say won't make sense because there's a whole bunch more that we did previous.
Listen to the Dirty Nil.
Dirty Nil.
That's my one.
Okay.
Head and Shoulders, 2021's best record.
And for me, it's Exodus, but as a thrash metalhead, yeah, big shocker.
Yeah, it's my number 2.
So yeah, wow. Still can't believe
we actually agree on something.
The closest we've ever come to agreeing.
Okay, I have to change my opinion.
Well, you can, but I'm not going to change mine. What do you want from me? I'm a Bay Area thrasher. I was born just a little bit too late and just a little bit in the wrong part of the world. But it's good.
Me too. I was born a little more late.
But it is good though, because from what I gathered, the way they all lived originally was very disgusting and dirty. So I'm okay that I didn't quite live down there with them.
I take it that that's the case.
Yeah. And on
there's a few documentaries that are
that's all I'm going by is the documentaries, and it looked kind of disgusting. I'm happy they did it. I'm grateful they did it. They changed my world completely. But yeah, now that I think of it, I'm also glad I wasn't.
That would have smelled.
Yeah. Nope.
All right.
I'm doing good. Poor Michael.
That's it for us for 2021's albums of the year. And
good way to start.
Hopefully we haven't killed each other and we can come back and do it again later.
Well, if not,
2022.
If not, we still have all the old ones to tide us over till then.
Yeah, we can do a part 2 at the end of 2022 of 2021.
Cool. Then I can get Skolnick's rap album in there.
You get a year to listen to all that stuff. Okay, signing off.
Have a good night, man.